Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's lesson. We will be talking about what is politics. And just so you know, it is not as boring as you think. So let's get on to it, shall we? So, first, before starting on the itty gritty bits, we will be discussing the lesson outline. So, we will be talking about what is politics. We will also define the key concepts and players. And then we will answer the question, why should you care? And lastly, we're gonna have a little bit of a lightning recap in the end. So, let's get on to it. Ever been in a group trying to decide what pizza to order and it turns into a total nightmare? Someone wants pepperoni, another is vegan, someone else is just cheap, and one person is threatening to leave if you get pineapple? Well, as a matter of fact, you just experienced micropolitics. That argument over resources, preferences, and rules, that is what politics is, but on a giant societal scale. So, welcome everyone. Today we'll be breaking down the introduction to politics in just 5 minutes. So, first, let us define what is politics really. Before that, let's ditch the textbook definition. At its core, politics is simply the process of making decisions, and this may apply to a whole group of people. So this can be in a smaller group, maybe as friends, but also maybe as a whole nation, for example. And lastly, it is really about who gets what, when, and how. So that's it. It's how we answer the big questions for our community, city, and country. So it is really helping us answer these questions like, how should we pay for schools and hospitals? Or maybe, what rules keep us safe without taking away our freedom? Or maybe a question like, how do we protect the environment? Politics really helps us answer these questions since it is also a system, the game if you will, for answering these questions without hopefully everyone fighting all the time. Next topic would be the key players and concepts. So who are the key players of this game? So there are three main groups. First are the citizens, that's us. We have the needs, ideas, and opinions. Our main power, voting, but also protesting, writing to leaders, and just talking about issues in general. Our voice and the way we speak up is our own superpower. Next are politicians and government. These are the people we ideally choose to make the big decisions on our behalf. They create laws, or the rules of the game, if you will, and manage things like taxes and services. Apart from this, the last key player would be institutions. This is the boring but important stuff, the structures that make it all work. Think of it as the parliament, Congress, courts, and even the constitutions. These are the rule books and playing fields of politics. They keep things stable even when the players change. Now, imagine a spectrum. On one end, left ideologies, the more radical, if you will, like socialism, generally favor more government involvement in society to promote equality. On the other end, right ideologies, which are the reactionary ones, are more or generally favor less government involvement, emphasizing individual liberty and tradition. So most people and parties fall somewhere in between. These ideologies form the basis of political parties, which are basically teams that try to get their players into government, putting their ideas into practice. Now, you might be asking, why should we care? Because that's neat, sure, but politics is really messy and also very confusing. But we need to know that because politics decides the quality of air you breathe, the cost of your education, the speed of your internet in your home, the safety of your food, and even the rights you have in school, work, and who you can even marry. So choosing to ignore politics is like ignoring the menu at the restaurant, for example. You're still gonna get served something. You just have no say on what it is. So being engaged is how you try to get a say in that menu. Now, let's do a lightning recap. So, politics can be part of our daily lives. It can even be in the process of decision making for a group or maybe a nation. Who knows? It is really about who gets what. Next are the key players of the game. These are the citizens, government, and institutions, which is why people organize by ideology into parties. And lastly, why? Because we should care as it affects everything in our daily lives, from the air we breathe to us going to school. So that is just the tip of the iceberg.